Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and here is our Season 8 Ranked Ladder Climb to Master Ball tier using a team that we built from scratch. Now, this is pre-recorded. It was done yesterday on Tuesday, and it's only because of the fact that it's going to be really hot today. So just keep that in mind for this video and tomorrow's video. It's most likely going to be recorded in one day. With that out of the way, the only thing that we really have to notice about changes is maybe what we're going to be doing with Tornadus. I decided to not make any changes with this video and might make changes in the next video. I haven't really decided if it's worth delving into maybe giving him a different attack since everyone else is dealing with the same adversity as I am. I also re-looked into his move pool to see if there's anything more that I can give him, and unfortunately there is not. Tornadus is, even though the third most used Pokemon, is the worst Pokemon to have a move pool. Don't get me wrong, he's got all the weathers. He can have Sludge Bomb, Heat Wave, Air Slash. He's got all of these different techs, but you still need one that's required, which is Tailwind. Tailwind is huge in this meta, and if you're not running Tailwind, you're using someone that gets a boost in some sort of speed and anyway. Now, the strategy that I'm thinking of, because while I figured out how to work around Trick Room, I have not figured out how to work around Extreme Speed Dragonites, and I might have figured it out. Tornadus gets Chilling Water. Now, Chilling Water lowers people's attack by 1 stage. If I'm able to, let's say, lower someone's attack 2 stages and they're locked into extreme speed, they're not doing as much damage, which means I could start surviving a little bit more, but it's still extreme speed and it's still going to be doing a whole lot of stuff. So yay, kind of. I'm working on it still. But before we get into our matches, the last thing I want to mention is to, support the channel by subscribing, leaving a comment and a like, please. They do help out quite a bit, and we're trying to hit 400 subs by the end of July and 1,000 by the end of the year. And I believe that we could do that with your help. Without further ado, let's get into our matches for today. Okie dokie, and our first match is ready to go. We've got Lokix, Sableye, Tatsugiri, Chien-Pao, Tadonzo, and Lucario. Okay, a wide assortment of Pokemon here. What are we going to do about it? I don't think that we really have anything to worry about as of yet. Although Lokix's first impressions does kind of scare me quite a bit. Now, we could do one of 2 different things with Lokix, but I think we might have to sacrifice our Tornadus because he doesn't really have anything to do anything in Trick Room. So there's that. But we do have a fake out user in Sableye. So we're going to walk in with Tornadus Fluttermane, a Chien-Pao, yes, and I want to say Regieleki. I really want to say Regieleki, but we're going to go in with Garchomp instead. Now, Regieleki would do well against the Donzo, but I don't know if this is the Commander build or the Storm Drain build. Earlier in this season, we did get our stuff kicked in by a Storm Drain build with Vaporeon, but I don't think we have to do that now. Opens up with Tatsugiri to Donzo, just right off the bat, so that's cool. Photosynthesis goes off. Speed was heightened, and this is the Commander. Good job. Okay. So +2 to everything. I think I know what I'm going to do for a graphic like that. That would be kind of dope. Okay. I mean, we could taunt. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Well, Tailwind can also be really beneficial too. Yeah, we're going to do... What am I going to do? Oh, what am I going to do? I don't know. I mean, Bleakwind would be helpful, but that's not going to help me right now. Maybe Taunt? Maybe? And we'll Moonblast. Maybe he has Rest. I don't know. He fell for the Taunt, and here comes the Moonblast from... Oof. Order up. It's the kind of thing I wanted to prevent, and he gets attack ups. And there is leftovers. We are in trouble. Okay, we're gonna swap out to Chien Pao. And I'm gonna go right into Moonblast again. It's the only thing I really can do. Tornadus isn't gonna really do anything, and I need to be able to do damage, and Secret Sword goes through all of those stats. So we're gonna lower down his defenses quite a bit. Moonblast. Hold her up, it's gonna go into that slot. It's doing a ton. So now it's a +4 to attack. We're gonna got Sacred Sword right into that. And we're gonna Moonblast. We have to Terra Fairy Moonblast to give us the best advantage that I possibly can. Now he has to use Order Up on the side Pokemon since Fluttermane cannot be hurt by Dragon types because of Fairy typing, and even now it's even worse. So I'm gonna make it even worse and Moonblast into that slot. It's not gonna do a whole lot. I do lower his special attack one stage, that's cool. Sacred Sword does a little bit of damage. Earthquake. The +4 attack, man. I can't. How do I get over that? I mean, it's not a flying type. I can easily come in with Garchomp, but I'm just like, how do I do with that? He doesn't have a lot of HP left. And he shook off the taunt, so he's going to be able to protect next turn if he so has that. But he's not going to have it for very long. So I'm going to taunt him in the... And I'm going to Dragon Claw. Okay, there it is. Which is totally fine, because Taunt is going to come out next turn, which is going to prevent him from getting HP then. And hopefully I'll have enough damage output to prevent him from getting any more HP. He's going to either knock out Tornadus or Garchomp. I don't have enough. I absolutely don't have enough. I will have enough if this works. We're going to Bleak Wind into Dragon Claw. Bleak Wind will miss the Tatsugiri. And the are you kidding me? I had enough as long as it hits, but it's not going to. And there goes Tornadus. And we lose because I don't have a... I guess I don't have a strong way of dealing with the Donzo. I didn't bring Regieleki because I didn't think he would literally open up with the Donzo Tatsugiri. But that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, guys. He's going to protect, get a little bit of HP, and I can't do anything about it. So we're out. He's going to knock out Garchomp next turn. He's got +5 in attack, and that's an order up. Dragons are weak against dragons. Okie dokie. So our next match is ready to go. We've got Ursaluna, Cresselia, Iron Hands, Enamorus, Abomasnow, and Iron Bundle. So we do have a Trick Room team ready to go. Most likely we'll open up with Iron Hands and Cresselia so that they can get that up and running. But they could also open up with Abomasnow and Iron Bundle. In the event that they do, we do have ways to counter both of them. I think Tornadus Fluttermane is going to be the best open. We're going to take additional damage just because, you know, I don't think Abomasnow is going to take a lot of damage from Moonblast, but I have to focus target on one person at a time right now, which may be something I need to change. Who knows? For everyone else though, what do I do? I think Garchomp is going to be a good option. And I mean, we could bring in Urshifu. Urshifu is a good choice. I think Chien Pao might be the best one because we're going to have Abomasnow, and ice gets a boost while it's hailing or snowing. I miss hail. I miss hail, but I'm glad that they boosted up to where they did now. So only one weather type does actual damage. Cresselia and Iron Hands. So we saw this as a foreseeable thing. So booster energy from Flattermane gets a boost. And we're going to go ahead and do a rain. No, we're not going to do a rain dance. Right now I'm the fastest thing on the field, and I don't really have anything to worry about. The question is, what do I want to deal with more? I guess we could just go straight up with the... No, we'll do Tailwind first, and then we'll do Imprison. Yeah, here we go. Helping Hand. Tailwind. Cresselia is out Helping Hand on the Iron Hands. I am imprisoned, so no Trick Room is going to be able to be used. And Wild Charge will then go into Tornadus. That's a lot of damage. And I hope that recoil reflects that. Oh, that's just kind of crap. Okay, so we're going to walk in with Garchomp now. Now, Garchomp isn't going to really take a lot of damage. At least not from Mr. Iron Hands there. And now we don't have to worry about Fake Out or Trick Room. So we are good to go with our Rampage. I'm going to go ahead and get set up with a... Will I be able to do enough? I should be able to do enough. Dragon Claw, Iron Hands, Terra Fairy, Moonblast, Iron Hands. This should do a lot of damage. I'm hoping this does a lot of damage. This should do a lot of damage. Please let it do a lot of damage. Is that 307 speed plus Tailwind? I'm looking pretty fast, my man, my boy. They're also going to Terra. And it's the Iron Hands. Makes it grass. I'm not doing Earthquake, but I appreciate the offer. Moonblast into Terra Grass Iron Hands. It's going to do a little bit more, but not that much. But I'm going to lower its special attack. Dragon Claw will follow up after that and gets it very, very close to being knocked out. Are you in Lunar Blessing? You are. Good call. And Wild Charge into that slot. And Flattermane goes down. Da 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 da. Now Trick Room is available, which is bad. Bad. But I need to get rid of this Iron Hands first. So Dragon Claw into that and Ice Spinner into... Ooh. Yeah, why not? Ice Spinner into Iron Hands. Oh no, because if he protects in that... Well, can he? I mean, it's probably Assault Vest, right? That's what people are running with. I haven't seen him use an item. He withdrew Iron Hands. I mean, it's still a bad choice. I should have just went over to the Cresselia. Ursaring. Ursaluna. Ice Spinner into that slot, which is going to get him really, really low. And then here comes Dragon Claw, which is going to knock him out. And here comes Trick Room from Cresselia. Come on. Do it. There it is. Okay. So you twisted the dimensions. Are you going to bring back out Iron Hands? No, you're gonna bring out an Amorous instead. I'm gonna protect here and Sucker Punch. I mean, I can't Sucker Punch into Cresselia. I mean, I can, but it's probably not going to attack. So I'm just gonna go straight into an Amorous. Springtide Storm does nothing to Garchomp because he protected. Will hit the Chien Pao, brings him down to 1. Thank you, Focus Sash. Come on, Cresselia, don't do an attack. Moonblast into... I should have Sucker Punched. I didn't think it would like attack though, but of course it's going to attack. Why wouldn't it? Oh, Tailwind's even worse. What is it, 1v? Oh, it's 1v3, and I already used my Terra. Yep, we're done. Oh, it was a great strategy until they ran Fluttermane out to dry. Why? It was a great strat until Fluttermane went down. So maybe I need to figure out someone else I can use in prison. All right, our next match is ready to go. We've got Charizard, Torkoal, Lilligant, Landorus, Therian, and Thundurus and Fluttermane. Okay, interesting. So what do we do with this particular team? I can clearly see that it is a Sun team core with Chlorophyll. So I think the best course of action is to come in with Tornadus and Chien Pao. Why is so that I can change the weather from Torkoal to be anything else besides what it should be. And if it's not, then Chien Pao will be able to knock out not only Lilligant, Thundurus, but also Landorus pretty easily with its Ice Spinner. And then I get to set up for other Pokemon like Urshifu, who will definitely make work of Charizard and Torkoal, and Fluttermane to take up the reins for their Fluttermane if they so choose to use it. So yeah, Charizard, I love Charizard. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that they'll ever open with Charizard Torkoal. It would kind of be a bad idea. And I'm only saying that because the fact of if they open up Charizard Torkoal, you are leaving yourself open quite a bit. So I'm hoping that's Torkoal Lilligant, which it is. So we saw that. Now it's going to bring up the weather. So temporarily, Lilligant is going to be really, really, really fast. It's going to be considerably faster to Torkoal for sure, but I'm going to go ahead and use Rain Dance to set the weather, and I'm going to, Ice Spinner into Lilligant to hopefully knock it out. Lilligant will protect, so that's good. But we're going to Rain Dance, or they'll both protect. Oh, that's interesting. You're hoping for the Bleak Wind. Well, the Bleak Wind's gonna come out now. So there's that. Ice Spinner will now go in and won't relatively do anything, unfortunately, but it does quite a bit of damage. Okay, so now Bleak Wind is 100% accurate in the rain. So we're set there. And we're not gonna activate Tailwind because we don't really need to. Ice Spinner is gonna go into Lilligant and Bleak Wind's gonna go into both slots. Let's see what happens from here on out. What is your idea? What is your plan? You can retreat Torkoal, which is a good call, but you leave yourself open quite a bit. Here comes Thundurus, though. And it is the incarnate form and not the Therian form, which means he still gets Prankster. We bring Lilligant down to its Sash, and I believe we are faster than it. We are, so we're going to knock it out right now. Doesn't do anything to the Thundurus, but we will knock out the Lilligant. And Lilligant's after you, like, move is what makes the team really, really run. Since I have that intimate knowledge, I'm 100% going to knock out that Pokemon first. Okay, so in this instance, we're going to go ahead and use... I mean, Tailwind is something we'll have to use now. We will... What do we have in the back? Urshifu and our own Fluttermane. We will Terra, Ice Spinner. No, we won't Terra. We will not Terra. We'll Ice Spinner into Thundurus. We'll take out Thundurus immediately. They're gonna Terra. Is it the Fluttermane? It would probably be best. And it is. 2, Fairy. Good call. So this is probably going to be a twofold attack, but I'm going to use Tailwind, and they will probably use Thunder Wave. Sunny Day. Okay. That's going to activate Photosynthesis for Fluttermane, which special attack was heightened. Ice Spinners, I'm going to go into Tornadus. Knock it out. Not Tornadus, Thunderous, I'm sorry. So he goes down. Dazzling Gleam is going to knock out Tornadus, unfortunately. But Qian Pao will live with 1 HP. We'll bring out our own Fluttermane. And they're going to bring out Torkoal. Speed was heightened for Photosynthesis. And I'm going to go ahead and... Imprison would be really, really good here if I had Dazzling Gleam. Unfortunately, I do not. So we're going to Terra Fairy, Moonblast. No. We're gonna Moonblast and Sucker Punch into Fluttermane. Helping Hand from Torkoal goes right into the Fluttermane, which is a really good strat. I use that a lot. Sucker Punch is gonna go into that slot, knock it down to that much. And here comes the Moonblast, hopefully to knock out the rest. And it does not. Dazzling Gleam comes out and will knock out my side of the field. Oh, I thought I had it. Maybe if I would have Terra'd, it might have done a damage. But I am out Specs. That would have done it if it was Specs still. But I run Booster Energy. And because the sun is up, I don't have to worry about boosting. Alright, so it's down to 2-1. I'm going to Searching Strikes into Fluttermane. Let's see something first. Do I have Tailwind still? I do. 2 more turns. Okay. Yeah. Surgeon Strikes into Flutter. Actually, we'll do that. Surgeon Strikes, Terra Water into Fluttermane. In the sun, I'm not going to be able to hurt Torkoal a lot, but I'm going to be faster than Fluttermane for sure. They weren't able to get Tailwind off, although it wasn't really in the team call. I think the best call that they should have done is maybe use Thunder Wave with Thunderous, but they didn't. So it is what it is. But Torkoal here in the sun at full HP still can use Eruption and may knock out Urshifu. Does Flamethrower instead. Still a lot of damage. But now I'm going to Searching Strikes into Torkoal in the sun, but I'm Terra Water, so it should do neutral. At least damage-wise. Let's see. It's a little less than neutral, but at least Eruption shouldn't do a ton of damage now. Hopefully this leads him in the red. Ah, just above, yeah, just above. Still, that's a really good range. Flamethrower, please stand. He did not, because it was 95 and not. Oh well, that's totally fine. All right, now our next match is ready to go. We've got Hisuian Goodra, Rillaboom, Heatran, Urshifu, Grimmsnarl, and Iron Hands. Okay, so we've got 2 fake out users, Rillaboom and Grimmsnarl. Well, 3. Iron Hands also uses it too. Oh boy, what can we do here? They don't really have anyone that could really take a huge benefit. Now scratch that, they do have. They have quite the assortment of Pokemon here. So what should I do here? Tornadus, Fluttermane, Garchomp, and Urshifu. No, Qian Pao. I need to take out Rillaboom. I need Pokemon that's going to be able to knock people out, and Garchomp can do 2. Rillaboom, or sorry, not Rillaboom, but he can be taken out by Chi-Pow for sure. Grimmsnarl can be taken out by Fluttermane, so we open up with Rillaboom and Grimmsnarl. Totally fine with this assortment of Pokemon. Grassy Surge comes out. Both of them can use Fake Out. I don't really have anything to worry about right now, but we're going to use Booster Energy into Photosynthesis to get our speed increased. We can't taunt in the Grimmsnarl. He is Dark type. Dark Fairy to be specific. So we're not going to worry about that too much. We're just going to go straight into the Break Wind and Moonblast into Grimmsnarl. Fake Out into the Tornadus. Totally fine. Light Screen goes up to lower down the damage of special moves. So Moonblast now goes in Grimmsnarl. It's going to have him live. And here comes Bleak Windstorm, which is going to miss Grimmsnarl, but hit the Rillaboom for quite a lot. Whew! And we're now going to lower down their speed. Okay, we're going to just do it again. Parting Shot, good call. Lowers my attack and special attack 1 stage. And he leaves the field. To bring out Goodra. Moonblast into that slot. Isn't going to do a whole lot. But I lower down its special attack. Break Wind is going to do the rest and knocks out Rillaboom. So that Rillaboom's gone. We don't really have anything for Chi-Pow to really contend with, but we'll swap out the Fluttermane to bring out Garchomp now. Change Garchomp. So we've seen a total of 3 Pokemon so far. Parting Shot on Garchomp, which is a good call. He went back to bring out the last and final Pokemon on their side, which is Urshifu. Bleak Wind. Oh, it almost knocks out Urshifu right off the bat. Doesn't do anything to the Goodra, but drops the speed. Heavy Slam goes into Garchomp. Isn't going to do a whole lot, but Rough Skin will do a little bit of damage to Goodra. And I gain a little bit of HP because of Grassy Field. Okay, now we'll go ahead and Tailwind with our Garchomp. Sorry, Tornadus. Wow, I am just so absent-minded today. And we'll Earthquake. They're gonna Terra. It's probably gonna go to the Urshifu. Nope, it's for the Goodra. Change it to Fairy. I'm okay with that because next turn, if I survive, I will go ham with Terra Steel, Terra Blast into that slot. If I survive. So, Urshifu should go down here. He does not? What? How does that happen? I know he wasn't super effective, but he should have done at least a little bit more than that, right? He's only -1. He's not like minus several. That's weird. Anyway. Garchomp gets a little bit of healing, so does Urshifu, and Shelter's been activated by the Goodra. So now we'll bring back Fluttermane, who doesn't get the booster energy, but we don't really have anything to fear right now. So we're going to go ahead and Moonblast into Urshifu, and we're going to Terra Steel, Terra Blast into the Goodra. Here's the Garchomp, Terra Steel. Now I get rid of my water weakness because ground, but I think it's neutral because dragon isn't really weak against it. Aqua Jet into the Flutter Mane isn't going to do a whole lot, but thank you anyway. Here's the Moonblast to you, and here have a well thought out attack from Terra Blast, which is special. Still -1. So it should do a lot. Are you kidding me? I am just not lucky with these calcs, man. Even at -1, it should do a lot more. It's a special attack that does physical damage. Well, I guess Shelter does do quite a bit. Does do quite a bit of healing that way. Here comes Chien-Pao. And Grimmsnarl. So we're gonna Sucker Punch. Well, I mean, I don't know if Grimmsnarl has any attacks, to be honest. Either one of these is going to be really effective. Attack the Grimmsnarl and Terra Blast again into the Goodra. Grimmsnarl will reflect, raising the power of physical moves. That's probably why he's able to survive quite a bit. I did forget screens. Now he just put up reflect, but light screen does a lot too. That will certainly do a lot. Body press will knock out Garchomp for sure. Rough skin will now take out Goodra. So we took each other out. Leaving ourselves with just a very weakened Garchomp, or Grimmsnarl, and a healthy Chien-Pao. Ice Spinner into that slot. The battle is canceled. Alrighty. And our next match is up and ready to go. We've got Bronzong, Serena, Gastrodon, Toxapex, Pinchurin, and Pelipper. Now I know that I'm mispronouncing Pinchurin, but it's like Pinchurchurin or something like that. But I just easily find it easier to easily say his name is Pinchurin. I know that said easily like several different times. There's that. Okay, so with this particular team, we cannot be using Urshifu because Gastrodon is on the field, but we can still take advantage of the rest of the Pokemon that they also have. We're gonna go in with Tornadus. A lot of slow Pokemon, including Pelipper. Tornadus, right? No. What do I want to do? Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, Garchomp, and Regieleki. We'll leave our Tailwinder in the back, which is probably the worst decision because if Pelipper opens up and I have a way to answer Pelipper, Chien-Pao could, but if they get Tailwind off, I'm in trouble. But leading with my two fastest Pokemon in the team shouldn't be that bad, right? Let's see. Bronzong and Serena. Fluttermane and Chien-Pao. Okay. So Serena has Queenly Majesty, so it prevents priority attacks. So Bronzong is the Trick Room user. I'm going to go ahead and use Imprison to shut that down right away and use Ice Spinner into Serena, which should knock it out. Serena will use Endure, so it brings it down to 1 HP. Prison. No Trick Room for you. So it's like having Focus Sash, but it's in a move, which is going to activate Weakness Policy, boost attack and special attack, and Bronzong cannot use Trick Room now. Okay, thanks, goodbye. And we'll go right into that slot again, because Serena can't protect. I mean, it could, but Endure is kind of like it protects in a way. No, it's different. It's anyway, it's interesting. I think you can only use it once. Maybe, well, it's got PP for more, but I don't know when you would want to use it more than the one time. It's weird. Shadow Ball will now go into the Bronzong, which should... It gets close to knocking it out, but it doesn't do it. Ice Spinner will now go into Serena to knock it out for sure. It not being able to use Trick Room was detrimental. Gyro Ball will now go into the Flattermane, which will knock it out. And it gives access to Trick Room now since the Pokemon is off the field. But at this point in time, is it worth it? That's my question. Garchomp will not come out. Now Bronzong is levitating, so Earthquake isn't going to do anything. But we do have answers. Because, you know, I'm faster. So Pelipper now will access Drizzle. So Garchomp will now hit Bronzong with Dragon Claw. Should knock it out. And... well... actually, let's Dragon Claw... No, we're not going to do that. Okay, Dragon Claw, the Bronzong. And we're going to Ice Spinner the Pelipper. We're not going to make the mistake because I don't know if Bronzong is going to attack. And because I don't know that, I'm going to go straight for the Pokemon that can. So Dragon Claw into Bronzong, knock it out. No more Trick Room. Your Trick Room user is gone. Pelipper could use Tailwind now. And it does Ice Beam. Times 4 to Garchomp, that's not great. But I'm okay with that. I have to be okay with it, because I didn't plan for it, but it's okay. Now Regieleki will come out and deal with the rest. I at least wanted Bronzong off the field, and we now have answers to his two Oh! Okie dokie. I still have answers, so we're good. Thunderbolt into the Pelipper. Actually... yeah, okay. Thunderbolt into the Pelipper, and we're going to go ahead and Ice Spinner into... Gastrodon's going to use Earth Power. That's right. So I have to Terra. He's going to use Ice Power, which is going to do a lot, so I'm just going to prepare for it. I don't think either one of us have Terra'd yet, so I think this is the turn to Terra. You would want to Terra your Gastrodon for sure, if you want to use it. If not, Pelipper would be a terrible idea. But I'm going to Terra my Regieleki, because I know you're going to use Earth Power, which is going to one-shot him. So I'm going to remove that weakness. I'm kind of thinking of changing it to Flying, and then changing Regieleki's moves around. Make it a little bit more defensive. Maybe make him Flying, because that'd be dope. Gastrodon is gonna Terra, and it's gonna be Ice as well. That's dope. Let's go. Thunderbolt into the Pelipper. Pelipper goes down. Now I think Ice is weak against Fighting. Not sure. Ice Spinner will go into the Gastrodon. Doesn't do very much because, you know, it's Ice. Earth Power into the Regieleki. It's like we called it. It's not going to do a lot. I mean, 3/4. Don't get me wrong. Like, 3/4 of my health, that's a lot. But it's not going to knock me out. Yep, Sacred Sword does do well against Ice types. So that's interesting to note. And... what are you going to do? I'm Thunderbolting and Sacred Swording, and this may knock you out before you can attack. So here comes Thunderbolt. Oh, that's a decent amount. That's about half, and then Sacred Sword to finish it up. Woo! Who doggy? Who doggy? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the video for today. I want to thank you guys for watching as far as you have. I do appreciate anything that you are willing to do for the channel, as it lets me know what you guys like and what you guys dislike and what I can do to improve. Like the video if you did, dislike it if you didn't, leave a comment down below. I do read any and all comments that you guys do, and I do reply to any and all of them that you leave behind. Again, they help me know what you guys like, what you guys dislike, and that's what I'm here to do. Subscribe if you're new and hit the bell if you want to. It does help out the channel quite a bit, as I do release 6 days a week of Pokemon content. Any and all support that you're willing to give. Again, we're trying to reach a 400 goal by the end of the month and a 1,000 goal by the end of the year, and I believe I can do that with your guys' help. I do appreciate any and everything that you guys are willing to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Have a good one. Peace.